So we've done a bit of very small kind of fast walk on the treadmill, about 7 minutes. I haven't done any sit-ups today, I forgot about it a bit. I did force myself to do my weight bench again, but only 16 pushes. It's not exactly much weight on there. Did a few press-ups, not too many, that's weird. Sunlight, but all the sky's blacked out, weird. What else? Did I do something else? My weird joint exercises. I've been doing that, my shoulder's been really stiff, so I've been like doing like curls, like behind me. Some press ups in here. And then I've got to make some tea, but I'm hungry, but I'm not looking forward to food. And I forgot, I think I was supposed to make a cooked dinner, which takes freaking ages. See if we've got any salad. What did I have last night? Trying to figure out what would be quicker. If I make Sunday lunch, it's a bit more multitasking, but it's quicker than making the curry, I think. What time is it? 5. But the curry would be nice, something spicy. What day is it tomorrow? Friday. Can't have a Sunday lunch tomorrow, can I? That means I gotta have it tonight. Oh, decisions, people. You ain't got much salad. Right. Decision made. Decision made, people. I don't know, did I have meat last night or not? Did I have meat? Hello, Richard. Did you? How would you know I'm making food? How would you know I'm making food when you've never been on my stream before? Hello, Pro Mickey. How are you? You know what that is. Let's see if we got enough Sunday lunch shit. Times like this, I wish I had to stir fry stuff. Pro Mickey. I subbed. Hello, GPT. How are you, bud? Hello, Izzy. How are you? God. Pro Mickey. Hi. Hello there, Chana. Is it Chana? Chana. Hello, Chana or Shana. How are you? Hey, thanks for the thumbs up, whoever did that. I appreciate it. Carrots. Hello, Kenish. How are you, mate? I'll make him, I don't know what. We do now. We didn't know what we were making a month ago, but we've been forced, we can't make no salad, so we got to make a cooked. It's the same bloody bag. What are you going to cook? It's called a Sunday lunch, but it's Thursday. Am I pickling you? Am I confusing you? Or you might call it a cooked, well, we call it a cooked dinner, but I'm just making a Sunday lunch, but it's Thursday. Yeah, it'd be good for me anyway, I could do it. I've got some pain, so a bit of veg might help, eh? Takes a bit of work to make though. Carrots, yeah, I got some carrots in there. Carrots, asparagus, purple broccoli, sprouts. There's me veg. Ah! Dropped all the bloody keto wraps. Right, the main bit of food's done. Actually, I could have had a stir fry. Just found another stir fry. Little spot. Proteins, not today. This has got protein in it. Kefir milk. I don't know how much protein it's got. It's got protein in it. Source of protein, apparently. Don't ask me how much. I don't drink it for that. I don't do meatless every day. I kind of half and half. What did I say today? Meatless today. Yesterday was meat day, I think. I had fish yesterday. I don't know if that's got protein in. This is kefir. You know, I think you all see it. Immunity support. Is that the one? Something. Source of protein. Source of protein. Ugh. Woo. Hello, Sari. How are you, buddy? In pain, but never give up. Hey. In pain, but never give up. Hey. We're doing a late tea because we didn't really want to do anything. It took me about an hour. It took me about 3 hours to decide to start cooking, and then I got on the phone to somebody for an hour, and I'm an hour behind now, and I've realised I got to cook something that takes ages. So I wish I kind of started an hour and a half ago. But hey, never mind. Oh, we ain't got the potatoes now. That's what I'm missing. I'm going to treat myself to a bit of what's it called? Roast potatoes, but sweet potatoes. Coming up. And how are you, Sari? I'm in love with your string lights. Are they on? They're not on. I'll put them on for you, mate. It might help me. I find myself when I do stuff, I feel a bit better. You know what I mean? So being in the kitchen kind of helps me, I think. So I'm going to get out there and put lights on. That might help a little bit as well. If I didn't have any pains, I would be fine. If I didn't have the pain, I would be absolutely fine. But I do have the pain, so it kind of makes you think about the pain. What can you do? What does pain make you do? It makes you think about it. Makes you worry. What does worry do? Stress. What does stress do? Raise cortisol. What does cortisol do? Fucking your body up. So it's a vicious cycle, isn't it? And vicious cycle. Still haven't unplugged my sink yet. Let's have a look. Hey mate, did you know? Yeah, I know. Oh, now it's less depressing. Oh, now it's less depressing. I don't understand what you mean, buddy. I don't know if you're trying to get at me or you're trying to say something's less depressing. I'm only answering questions, bud, so don't try and... I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. So... Oh, you mean the lights. Maybe you mean the lights. That's what you mean. It's very hard to figure it out. You maybe mean the lights. Right. Higher vibrational colours. Right. That's what you mean. That's true. That is. Okay? That's why people feel happier in the summer. Because of the sunlight and the vitamin D and all that. It makes you happier. It's called the light. Called sunlight. Disappointing, but I don't know your name yet. Do you mind telling me your name? My name? My name's Rich. I don't know what it means. Dis, whatever your name is. Is you actually called yourself Dis? I don't know what it means. So. If you're going to say something, what does Gabe mean? I don't know what it means. So, and I don't know what Gabe owner means. So, can you explain it? If you're going to make fun of something, at least share the joke. You know? I don't know what it means. What makes you happier except the lights? Makes me happier... I never said that. Fucking hell. Jeez Louise. Be careful the questions you ask me, mine. Oh my gosh. What? Oh, I really want to unload on you, man. What makes me happier? How about a world where only good things happen? How's about that? A world that's good, not evil. How about that? There you are, that's what I'm saying. Boom. A world that is good and not evil. There you are. That's it. I've answered it without actually answering it. Yeah, my name's Richard. My gaming name is Mill. There you are. That's about it. Well, there's good here already, but with some bad. Balance is needed, right? Yeah, but the problem is, this is why I don't like answering certain things. Evil's willing to do anything and good isn't. Oh, bum, I got to go over the road. Didn't think of that. Got no English mustard. Right, did I do me water bit? Not quite. I don't actually want a coffee, so I might actually make a green tea. I've got to like, become habitual. I'm like a robot making a coffee, and I had to say to myself the other day, am I urging this, or am I just making this out of a habit? And I paused, and I was like, I don't actually feel the urge. I'm just doing this out of a habit. So I'm going to make a green tea because I'm conscious to what I'm doing. Yes, Chana, I agree. No worries, Suri. Have fun. You go do your stuff, baby. Nice chatting to you. Many thanks. I know, mate. You know what I mean? One day I'll have a big enough channel and I'll be able to say, look, I don't use YouTube's chat. If you want to chat to me, I've created this little chat window over here and you can come and chat to me in there and I can see your IP. Do you know what I mean? So if anybody wants to troll, I can now report you. But we ain't there yet, so we're going to have to put up with some trolls. Yeah, trolls, mate. Not spent much time on my channel then, have you, Chana? Oh yeah, buddy. Oh, they love coming at me. Oh yeah, baby. Trying to put out my light, ain't they? I'm like, I'm not exactly the most wellest person in the world, and all I'm trying to do is get a bit better so I can do more in the world, and I just keep getting attacked. They keep trying to put me down. Do you know what I mean? I'm only trying to get better. Why are you attacking somebody who's trying to get better? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. When you got a little channel, why do I get so many trolls? Oh my gosh, I haven't got a fork. Have I got a fork? No, I haven't. Anyway. Hello, Cherry. Welcome. 19 people. Wow, famous for making tea. Well, it says 4 now, so the numbers are kind of weird. I don't know how YouTube works, because you can get, like, my ever stream, I get nothing. Nothing. But sometimes on here it does say 20, but then it drops really quickly. Do you know what I mean? So I think people are just curious by the title. They come in, they see that it's not nothing what they're interested in, then they leave, I think. And hello, Cherry. Hello. Justin, sorry, I was a bit close on that one. I seen a double J and I got a bit confused. I got to be about here to read it with these glasses. I do have better glasses, but that means I'm screwing my eyes up even more than they already are. I got enough body problems that I'm healing at the moment. Positivity, eh? Let's go. I didn't go shopping today. I rid my bike yesterday. I rid my bike the day before. I haven't been to the park today, but I did go yesterday. I was soaking wet yesterday. I actually did do my weight bench today again. Only 16 reps, but it's better than nothing. I haven't done it for 8 months. So, I didn't do any sit-ups though. Or did I? Did I do sit-ups? I don't honestly remember. I've just had a deja vu moment of me doing sit-ups, but did I actually do them, or is that just a deja vu? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. You got a pet, at least. A little fishy. Yeah, true, I could have got a fishy. I've been quite unwell to look after other things. I've been constantly looking after myself. Does that make sense? I've tried to help my family, don't get me wrong. But to look after an animal, I think it's more to do with, what's it called? I think a fish would be worse for me, and it would be worse for the fish than a dog would have been. But I've always been thinking about moving, so I've not wanted to get a dog. I've never wanted to get an animal that was more long-term and needed more care unless I was stable where I was living. Do you know what I mean? But a dog would have been good for me because it makes you go out and go for a walk, you know? When the days you feel like shit and you don't want to go out because some dickhead. Do you know what I mean? A dog pining at you for a walk will make me go out. I won't sit there and watch a dog pine. It wants to go out for a walk. I'll take it out for a walk. Do you know what I mean? Let it run around and chuck a ball and let it play, you know? I think dogs are good for you in that way. There's other ways that they're not good for you, but I won't talk about that. And cats, not a cat. I'm not really. I like cats. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not a cat person. They kind of treat your house like a hotel, don't they? But a fish, that'd be kind of alright. But then you got to clean it out, haven't you? And then I'm killing the fish. Then I feel guilty that I've killed a fish because I didn't clean it out because I was on my back for a couple of weeks and I haven't been able to clean it out. Feeding a fish is not a problem, but cleaning the fish out can end up, if you don't clean it, you kill it. So yeah, I won't get a fish, but good idea. Close, baby. I got plants. I got to water them, otherwise they'll die. So I slightly overwatered them, I think, the other week. So that's something I look after in the house. So. Yeah, I ain't got a garden, mate. That's why I keep going on about moving. I haven't got the money to buy a house. I have my money tied up in another house, which if I get that sold, that means that person doesn't have a house. So I'm just suffering for other people, I think. Do you know what I mean? And I'm sitting here not getting anything I want. But I'm going to get what I want. Positivity is the key. Never give up, innit, eh? Kubunski. So, yeah. If I had a garden, that would have helped me. I'd have been growing my own herbs by now. I'd be able to wash my clothes a lot easier. I wouldn't have to put them on like a... What do I have? I've got a clothes horse that goes in the room and then you've got to put a I can't say the word. Dehumidifier. A dehumidifier. It sucks all the water out of it. Instead of having a clothesline in your garden where it would dry really quickly and be nice and great, you know? So, yeah, I haven't got a garden, sadly, mate. One day. Fish was close then I thought, clear, that'd be alright, I have fish, that'd be alright. No, then I thought I'll clean that out. If I don't clean it out, the thing will die. So, can't do a fish. Can't do a cat, because you can't move around with a cat, because they're not as easy to move around with as a dog. But I didn't want to do a dog because I wasn't never stable. If I had a garden, possibly I might have done a dog, but I've never had a garden. I've not had a garden in 10 years. So I'd still take a dog out for a walk, but you know, at least you can let it go out the back door. Do you know what I mean? We're still going, baby. We're busy healing our body, getting up, trying to fix our sleep, helping other people. Trying to grow a YouTube channel on a game. I spent 6 years on that. Just couldn't get no views. Couldn't get anywhere on it. And then I couldn't find a game to play. So then I kind of, if my vibe's not on the stream is not going to really blow up or whatever. My vibe, I need my vibe. Once I get my vibe back. Don't give a fuck about the owner. I know, they're like, I think some cats are alright, but a lot of the cats that I know, they come back, they get their fucking food, and then they fuck off again. Or they're asleep all the bloody time. Do you know what I mean? I think they're good spiritually, though. Do you know what I mean? If you know what I mean. I'm getting a bit chilly. We're getting close to maybe having to start putting the heating on a little bit. Or I've got to wear a jumper all the time. I'll start off with a jumper. We'll wear a jumper for... Yeah, we'll start wearing a jumper. And then we'll hold out. And then maybe we'll use the heating for maybe 6 weeks. And then we'll be back into next year and we won't need it. So... You got 4 of you. Nice one. That's just me, don't it? Another thing about dogs I don't like is you're taking it away from its family. You know what I mean? It's normalised, but I don't like it. I remember when we were a kid, we were going to get a dog. We went there, and they had like this massive. It must have been a professional place. I can remember it. This is like I was young. I don't know how old I was, but I remember this moment. I was maybe 5. Might even being younger. I was walking. I remember I was walking to figure this out. And you're taking like a dog away from its family. It's a bit, you know. But I was young. I didn't look at it that way. Do you know what I mean? But I remember the moment. All the other dogs were running around, running at us, and then one dog was sat in a corner, and we took that dog or something, or it was really like, dogs choose you, or you know what I mean? I reckon it's a kind of spiritual thing, in it. Do you know what I mean? Gold VR, hello. Well, possibly cats, but I know when you go to get a puppy, you've got to like pick one, you know. And I believe there's maybe a spiritual thing going on in there. Because that dog was lush. Absolute lush. Can't see. I've gone all misty. I don't hate him. Hi, Gold. Did I say hi, Gold? Sorry, I'm having little forgetfulnesses today. I like green tea when it's warm because I can take bigger gulps. I'm not a sipper of green tea because it's not the prettiest drink to drink. I like it for its health benefits. I don't mind the taste of it, but when it's hot, it takes too long to drink. Therefore, I start not liking the taste of it. Does that make sense? Hi, Pixie. How are you? Toga. Not making fun of you. It's out of a movie. Toga. Animal House. Animal Lampoons, whatever it was. Animal House. Toga. And I'm not making a mick out of you. It's literally from a movie. I remember the moment, and it's stuck in my mind for years. Decades, man. Decades. How long's it been? 35 years, that was. 35 years ago, I remember watching that movie. Right. Potatoes! It's very nice meeting you here. Good day. See you later, Chana. Nice chatting to you, bud. Very nice. Not been too trolly today. It's been cool. We haven't got as many views, so it's not been too trolly. This vehicle down here is got cleaning services written on it, right? And I'm not shitting you, man. It is the cleanest car that I've seen drove by yet. You know what I mean? It is actually the... What the fuck? I've just seen like 5 white cars go by in one go. And there's one white car parked over there, and there's a white car over there. I was like, that was a moment, that was. 7 white cars. No, we're not ready. We're doing potatoes. We're doing potatoes. We're doing potatoes. Yeah. Oh, I can see the sky now. Got kind of like a... What do they call that word? The shepherd's delight thing. No, it's not quite red sky at night. It's kind of like light, very light, subtle orange sky at night. Light, orange, subtle orange sky at night. Shepherd's delight. There you are. It's a bit long-winded, that one. But it's not red, so I can't say red. Do you know what I mean? Did I brush my teeth today? Yeah. Fucking headache. Right there. I think I know what that is. 'Cause 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 do that on everybody's channel, do you? You do that on everybody's channel, do you? Can I ask you a question? Because like, there's not many people in there. I think it's just you actually, so this is cool. Do you literally, is that your life? Is that what you do? Can I just ask that question? Because there is no one else here. And you've just typed that, so. Do you literally only do that on people's channels? Can I ask a question? How old are you? Is this like an adult doing this? Is this a kid just being a silly kid? Or are you an adult? Or what? Do you know what I mean? I'm curious. There's no one else here. It's just you. So I might as well ask you the question. Usually I ignore the trolls and have a giggle. Do you know what I mean? I wind them up. But because it's you and you're the last message on there, I think I'll just ask you the question. Yeah, no, there's anyone in there I wanted to ask? I'm curious. I don't usually curiously ask them. I usually wind them up. But he was the only one in there, so I thought I'd ask. You know, does he sit there all day long like get him? It's like some people are like can't wait to leave school to get him on their computer. Is he like can't wait to get home from school to get on there to type that to people, or is he an adult that can't wait him to get home from work to get home and type that to people? Do you know what I mean? I'm just curious. I'm always slightly curious. I don't give a shit, but I'm curious what goes through their mentality. I used to get excited to get home to play me games. Do you know what I mean? To get home and play. I can't wait to get home and play my game, man. I can complete level whatever it is today. I'm going to complete level to level 3, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Can't wait to get home. I'm gonna see the kids, and then kids are gonna go to bed at 9:30, and I can play me matches at 9:30. And I wonder what trolls think like when they're like, can't wait to get home to type this, to type that. I'm just curious, baby. Yeah, well, you're adding to the. Oh, that's Final. Sorry. Hello, Final. Life is boring as fuck. Men suffer more in this hell realm than... What about what it says in the Bible about making women doing that to her hips or something to make her in more pain because she tricked Adam with an apple? What about that? What's your deal there then? Men suffer more. What about what they did to... What happened to women to make them suffer? Modern slavery. Well, yeah, I'm not denying that. You good? Like? Yeah, I'm cool, mate. Why? GPT, how are you? You good? We all slaving, right? I thought it said shaving. I gotta be about here to read it. I gotta be as long as my arm is to move it up and down. We all slaving our whole precious life in pursuit of some papers. I don't disagree with that. You should watch some of the YouTube videos I watch where somebody's stopped slaving and they've bought a plot of land somewhere and they're living off the land. Do you know what I mean? So they're just living their life. Do you know what I mean? No worries. I don't know. I didn't know you were talking to so and so. So sorry. Got to do what you want to do, mate. You know what I mean? Do what you want to do. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there to push you into doing what you want to do. Whether depending on the countries you live in, obviously, because there is limitations in certain countries and there's not limitations in other countries. Do you know what I mean? Tonight I am cooking a Sunday lunch because I was going to make a curry. Well, I got the curry already made. I bought it. I didn't make it. But I didn't have any salad. So, and I don't think I got many mushrooms. So I'm going to have a cooked dinner. Otherwise I'm going to make the cooked dinner tomorrow night. And I'm having a cooked dinner on Sunday. So that's kind of too close together. So I'm trying to space it out. And it's very good for me. That's the main reason I eat it. I do like it as well though. But we've got a problem. We've run out of the drug. We've run out of the drug. The drug. This I love. This is called English mustard, people. English mustard. Lush. Lush. We've run out. So we got to go and buy some mustard. And we're drinking our green tea. I know, mustard. I love mustard. I don't like American mustard. No offense to any Americans out there. I can't say this in the same sentence now because the Americans might think I mean them. This is man's mustard, right? Women can have it too, don't get me wrong. This is a man's mustard, okay? A sexist, I know, but women can eat it too. This is a woman's, alright? This is a woman's mustard. I think they do, but I think they hide it well until you end up going out with them for a long time. I think they hide it. I think they're always copping they're pretending to go to the toilet to let one out. Do you know what I mean? I gotta go to the toilet, I gotta go to the toilet again, right? When they get in there. Do you know what I mean? As soon as the door is like half shut, and then they come back with a big smile on their face, all their makeup's done, but you don't realise they've just dropped a dirty wet one in the toilet. Whenever I meet a woman, wherever that is, I'm going to frickin' tell him straight, look, I want to just keep thinking you as a woman. Please don't fart in front of me. Please let me keep that bit. That's my one thing. Do you know what I mean? Please don't do that, yeah? I need to see that you're a woman. Feel sorry for her, like, you know what I mean? She'll have a bad gut the rest of her life. But that's one thing can you do for me? Is there anything you like? Anything you can do for me? Yeah, never fart in front of me, please. And that's a joke, by the way. Women get easy. I'm not getting involved in these conversations. No way. Just the harsh reality of namaste. Namaste, baby. Yeah. Namaste. Women get easy. I'm not doing that one. I get involved in that. Forgiveness is underrated. It's very true. You look like Sindri from Gore of War. Lock him up. Your name's like that? What the fuck? Women pretend they know. I don't know what that game is, so I don't know if that's a good thing you're saying to me or a bad thing. It could be a good thing. I don't know. Women pretend they never fart. I know, mate. Birth. Bullshit. Birth. Bullshit. Death. Well, it's not, mate. Tomorrow's a new day. Once you learn that, I don't know where you are in your life, mate, but I didn't believe in that shit years ago. Now I realise it is. Tomorrow is a new day. You can start again. Alright? Next week is a new week. Next month is a new month. Next year is a new year. Why wait? Why wait for tomorrow when you got today? Literally. It is as easy as that. You know? There is difference between overthinking and deep thinking. Yeah, I'm a ponderer. I ponder. We come along. I don't believe in that one. Well, yeah. New Year's thinking. Well, that's you. That's negative, mate. You've got to stop feeding yourself the negative. You've got all these positive quotes, but you're not following them. You've got to follow them, buddy. I did that. You don't know what you're doing there. All these quotes. I spent 2 years with a headset. I still wear my headset now. Literally in my ears, Buddhist quotes. Affirmations, positive music, and then slowly I started being positive. Do you know what I mean? Started doing a gaming channel, started speaking my voice over a mic, crossed loads of boundaries. Quit smoking around that time, completely changed my diet, quit milk, was about to join a gym, and then some shit happened. Life is what you make of it, buddy. You can either let something torture you, and then keep feeding that whatever it is torturing you, or you can go against it. You know what I mean? Keep fighting, never give up. Tomorrow's a new day, baby. Been sitting around all day long with pains here, gurglings down here. It's been annoying the shit out of me. It's been depressing me. Now look at me, baby. Boo-boo! Go vegan. I need to, but it takes a bit of energy and I'm not ready for that. So I'm doing a half and half at the moment. Yeah, well, tomorrow is not guaranteed to anyone. When I start fucking living today then, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I'm sitting here, mate, with chest pains, mate. Come on. Mate, dude, you need to come on, pick yourself up. I got fucking chest pains, mate, alright? Alright? And I'm still fucking sitting here being positive. Come on. Alright? So you're going to have to start being a bit more positive, buddy. Alright? I sat here today, I listened to positive affirmations twice. I hated the first one, I was in the right mood. The second one started bleeding into me. Do you know what I mean? Then I went on the treadmill. You know what I mean? I did me weight bench. I'm not sure if I did any fucking sit-ups. I might be deja vu. What else did I do? Treadmill? Weight bench? And that came from 2 videos of positive affirmations. Not negative affirmations, positive affirmations. Alright, you're helping my channel. There's no one else here. I won't silence you yet, you know what I mean? But get more positive on that things. Alright? I'm just warning you, if you go negative when I got loads of chat in here, I'll obviously silence you, okay? So be positive, be positive, be positive, be positive. We all moan, I moan. Do you know what I mean? But don't fill my chat up with negative. Alright? Positive, 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 positive. You are what you eat. If you eat sugar, your teeth will rot. Nah, fuck that, mate. That's what you make of it. Life is not a rough ride. Right? There's some evil ass bastards around. That's what we need to deal with. So we need to create more positivity. Alright, buddy. You need to change now. It's your last chance, otherwise I'm going to time you out. I'm going to silence you. I'm having a Sunday lunch, but it's Thursday. So, lemon. It's green tea. Green tea. I got pain here. I got gurgling here. I got vibration here. And I got cramp here, right? And there's some issues with me joints, yeah? Right? And I got a slight problem here, I'm not going to say. And I got a headache here. So I'm drinking a green tea. I could sit here and fucking just moan about it and keep myself trapped in that moment. Or I could sit here and drink a green tea and be positive in some way. And eat a healthy green vegetable meal as well. You know? I can either keep myself stuck or try and fall forward. Keep myself falling backwards or falling forward. Which one do I like? Which one's more positive? They both say the word falling, which is negative, but which one's got more positive energy? Falling backwards or falling forwards? I think I'll pick the one that says falling forward because it's got some positive energy in it. There you are. That's how easy it is to get through a day and get to the next one and then build on the next one and build on the next one and build on the next one and boom, shalala-bumba. You're there, wherever that is. Can't give you my house tour, mate. Can't do that, mate. Sorry. Sometimes parts of my house is on it, but I can't give you a tour. So sorry. Can't give you a tour. Like sometimes you'll see different parts of it, but I won't tour it. You know? There's a lot of dodgy people on the internet that like to see inside people's homes. So they know where to go when they want to get in. Do you know what I mean? So, Right, potatoes could do with a turnover. I don't even know what boomers means. I don't understand all that shit. Why is everybody trying to label when you're born and oh, you got an age or you got a fucking birth certificate? And now we got these new terms called boomers and fuck knows what it is. Centennials. I don't know what you call this shit. I don't give a shit. Hey, what's up? Hello, Elliot. How are you, buddy? Boomer. What does boomer mean? So, please teach me. Otherwise, I got to keep researching stuff on the internet when I get off of here. I had to research a batty boy the other day. Somebody called me a batty boy, or do I like batty boys? I didn't know what it was, so I had to go and research it. The answer is no. Do you know what I mean? But I had to go and research it. So please explain to me what a boomer is. What is a boomer? A zoomer. What's a zoomer? I don't know. Gooner, that's an Arsenal fan. I know what that is. That light's on, that light's on. I got a green tea. I gotta get a mustard. Don't know what that is, sorry. What, you gonna tell me what it is? A gooner? I'm not a gooner, no. I'm an England fan, then possibly a Man United fan, and then I'm a football fan. But I'm not actually a Man United fan anymore, and I'm not really an England fan anymore because I don't have a TV. I don't watch football anymore. But I suppose England's still in my heart. I watch football. I've watched a little bit of the ladies now and again. I'm glad they won something. I think they won something. But I ain't got a TV, so. I think if I was in pubs more often, I probably maybe football might creep up on me a bit. I'd never watch standard football again. When I did watch football, I got bored of the Premier League anyway. I started watching Champions League only, basically. I got bored of the Premier League. Yeah, but you still haven't helped me. Now you've said another term. You've said Gen Z. Now what does that mean? Do you know what I mean? How can I be a Man United fan became a gooner? I'm not a gooner. I don't know what wrong about it. I don't watch American football. I'm gonna... Right, buddy, final. I'm gonna time you out soon, mate. So you gotta either make some sense or I'm gonna be timing you out, bud. Term boomer and Gen Z refers to the years, time period of time, like people born. Yeah, but what? You know, what is the time? So I know. When somebody says to me, you're a Gen Z, well, I don't know what that is. I need to know the time to understand, to be able to answer. Am I a Gen Z? Am I a boomer? Am I a this? Is it millennial? Isn't that a word as well? You know what I mean? Who gives a shit? I'm me. I'm just being me. I ain't no label. Do you know what I mean? I am me. I am whatever my heart wants me to be. That is all I am. I don't allow my ego anywhere in it, and I don't allow... I used to let my ego control me. I don't allow my ego to control me anymore. And I only do what my heart wants to do, or my intuition wants to do. And I don't allow anybody to put a fucking label on me. No one's labeling me. You're not labeling me. I am me. So, it's a simple word. He's calling me old. You know what I mean? It's never labeling it. You're just you, baby. ...2000 to 2011 are Gen Z. So, right, I know what that is. So, I'm not... If you want to put me into that area, I am obviously not a Gen Z. So... Whoops. I can't drink, mate. I quit drinking 10 years ago. I got some liver issues, so I've had to quit drinking, bud. My favourite drink used to be lager. I don't mind advertising their beer. Stella Artois. I'll say that one because it was a good beer. Right? So, here you are. I'm saying it. I used to like lager. And lager didn't ruin my liver. It was cider. So, I only drank it for fucking 4 years, cider, and it fucked my liver up. Never had a problem with the lager I used to drink. Are you a Sigma? A Sigma? What, you mean a Sigma male? I watched videos about that years ago and I realised I'm just putting myself in a box again, aren't I? Do you know what I mean? Are you an alpha? I'm not an alpha. If you want me to answer a question, I'm not an alpha. Right? I'm probably a Sigma. But there's something else on the end that I am. And there's something else I am. But I don't like labelling myself. But sometimes you want to understand yourself, I suppose, a little bit. You know, maybe you want to understand yourself. I don't care what anybody wants to put me on. But maybe sometimes you're trying to work out what you are, you know. But you shouldn't worry like that. I worry about that shit for years. You know, you try and take that out of somebody's brain, it ain't gonna... Do you know what I mean? So I'm probably older than you lot, but who gives a shit? Can't read it. I'm fucking too far away again now. But Germans drink without having any problem. I had no problem until I drank cider, mate. And some things happened to me which meant I drank too much. Can't say what. Women love alphas, but the alphas end up breaking their hearts. Funny, innit? See, the thing with an alpha is, not all alphas, don't get me wrong, but the alphas, if you go into a pub, you'll notice an alpha, right? I'm not going to say what they are, but they are the ones that go up and chat somebody up, yeah? Really, like, whatever. I'm just using a simple term here, yeah? I've been in pubs for years. You can tell an alpha, do you know what I mean? They'll be the ones that maybe have to fight, do you know what I mean? Or whatever. But you got to understand, when they're chatting that woman up and they end up dating, when she's not out, he's out being an alpha again. Do you know what I mean? He's going to be chatting up another bird. Do you know what I mean? When you're at home, you know? So they end up possibly breaking your heart. I'm not saying all alphas do that. Don't get me wrong. But you know what I mean? That is what can be, you know? Like in a loose terminology of alpha. You could say somebody's more ego, somebody's got more testosterone or whatever. There's loads of possibilities, but I'm just giving a rough thingy. As me, as a thinker, as a ponderer, that has been out in pubs many times, you see things, you know? I don't know who that one is. Don't know that one. Well, he got fucked over, didn't he, Nikola Tesla? He got proper fucked over. You know what I mean? Well, I'll agree with your statement, but it is supposed to be, alright? I agree with your statement there, Final Destination. This world is not for pure souls. But I'll agree with the statement, but I don't agree long term, because that ain't right. This world is nature. It is beautiful, and that is pure souls. Pure souls look after this. The other ones don't. The other ones destroy it. Have you ever gotten into a street fight? Very rarely. Do you know what I mean? I've lost fights. I've done alright in a couple of fights. Do you know what I mean? But I don't really fight. You know what I mean? So I've probably only lost one fight in my life, and I was first night I ever did weed, and it was the last time I ever did it. It was actually called skunk. I didn't buy it. My friend bought it, brought it to my house. I did it. I didn't know what it was going to do to me, and then it slightly got me in trouble, but it wasn't my fault how it started. But you know, that shit, you know, makes you stare a bit, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? So women only like your younger men. Women only like younger men. Oh, I don't know, mate. I don't know how old you are, buddy. All I know, if you can hang about, mate, you know what I mean? If you can reach 30, women at 30 realise they've wasted their time on the wrong men, and then they start looking for, let's use the word, good men, real men. I don't know what the right word is without offending anybody. So I wish I had better words and I'd be able to be a little more clever with what I'm saying. Women like bad guys, yeah, but then they end up breaking their hearts. So, can I ask you a question if you don't mind? Well, that's what I'm streaming. That's what I do this for. Give me somebody to chat to. Evil run this show. Well, maybe. I'm not saying nothing. You should join UFC. Me, not me. No. I want to be able. I don't want joint pains. Like I've already got mini joint pains. Imagine if I was fighting and people were putting me in arm locks. I'm gonna have massive joint pains when I'm older. I'd like to be able, mobile. Nice one, mate. Right. Were you a bully in school? No, I wasn't a bully in school, but I had bullied. You know, you can't go to school for 16 years and get out with either being bullied or possibly bullying. I definitely bullied a couple of days here and there. But I didn't go back and do it again 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 and do it again, you know? Maybe one lesson, you know, and then never again. Maybe then another lesson 3 years later and then never again. Do you know what I mean? So I've had people call me names and I've called them names, you know? I've had people possibly try and start a fight with me and I've started a fight with somebody else. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know. Women got weird taste in men. Well, yeah, sadly. It's the I don't know what the word is. The wolf mentality, innit? It's the alpha thing. It's all hidden, innit? Do you know what I mean? You don't realise you're all going for this energy, you know. But then that's the one that's going to fuck you over in 10 years. You know, I'm not saying that's all men. Don't get me wrong, but it's a natural occurrence, isn't it? So, sadly. But, you know, I'm only saying that on a kind of whole spread, you know? I'm not saying that as everybody's like that. You've got 1 million alpha males. I wonder if 1 million of them are perfectly perfect. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to relationships, when they're in long-term relationships, I wonder how many are perfect. Women got weird taste in men. What do you think when a guy gets into a relationship for the first time in his life but ends up with a woman who is just with him for fun and has a huge body count? What do I think when a guy meets? Don't know. Women got options even post-marriage. I don't know. A bit complicated, that one there. Don't know. I haven't really got a thought on that, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, life is filled of experiences. Experience, you know? Experience it, you know? You get a shitty relationship, don't remember the vibes you got around that time, you know? Did you think that, you know, let's say you got somebody with a huge, you called it, they slept with a load of people, and you were vibing that this relationship wasn't fully for you, but you stayed in it, and then you got fucked over, and you knew that you felt that, and you didn't listen to it. Now you've learned. Make sure you listen to that next time, and that's what I do. You know? So if I vibe somebody as dodge, I have nothing to do with you. Do you know what I mean? I'm gone. I ain't wasting my time with anybody anymore. That's friends, whoever. Men, women, I don't give a fuck. If I vibe your dodge, I'm gone. I'm gone.com, I'll tell you. I got boundaries now, man. They ain't allowed in my fucking boundaries. Get out. Yeah, I know. I know, mate. Marriage, I don't know about marriage, you know what I mean? I've been married, but... yeah, I know. Maybe I understand, Elliot. Maybe I don't, you know what I mean? I don't want to give too much of my shit away. So, try again. Heal, heal, heal. Heal. Heal, learn from it, and don't make same mistake again, right? Find somebody better. Never give up, and eventually good things will happen. But you have to keep trying. You have to keep going. That is the simple rules, baby. Modern women. What does modern women now mean? Does that mean the last decade? Or does that mean the last 20 years? Does that mean the last 30 years? Does that mean the last 40 years? What does actually modern mean? Of just abandoning what? Everything and going to Himalayas. Yeah, if I had the money, mate, I would have gone to the Himalayas. Meditation, I think, is amazing for you, but you've got a human body, I think you should use it. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't want to sit there and meditate all day, 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 all day. Do you know what I mean? I'd want to do something with my body. That's why I've been trying to heal my body for so long, because I want to do things with my body. Yeah, I'm no offense to Final, but I'm literally just floating over his comments. I'm not reading them. Whatever, what is that? What was a good saying? Or was a long time ago. I don't know what that means either. I know the word, but I don't know what it means. You're keeping me busy with chat anyway. My portal vein's going and it's making me sad. It annoys me. But it's only going because my teeth got fucked up and I had to do weed for 2 months straight to get to sleep because my teeth were in so much pain. 6 weeks it was, and I had so much sugar and it's fucked my liver up. So I'm a bit pissed off with that. Hello, Salingro. How are you? Hello, Elliot. Sadhguru. I've seen him a couple of times. Try and be a bit more positive, Final. Gonna silence you soon, bud, because you're ignoring me. I don't want to be a git, but you have to be it, mate. You know what I mean? I think Mr. Final knows some stuff, but he's not following it. You can eat sugar and get fat, yeah? Or you can have no sugar and lose weight. You can feed yourself positive comments, yeah? And speak to yourself positively, or you can speak to yourself negatively. You can either be happy or be sad, or be stuck. It's up to you. At the end of the day, the stuff you speak, the stuff you think is the same as drinking and eating. So you want to fuck your body up, eat shit. You want to fuck your brain up, fuck your heart up, think shit and say shit. Do you know what I mean? You ain't gonna get nowhere if you keep yourself stuck. I learned that the hard way. I was fucking negative self-talking for about 4 years straight, and I didn't get anywhere. All I did was waste a lot of energy on negativity. Now I make sure I waste my energy on positivity. Sometimes I'm negative, but hey, I'm getting myself back out into the positivity. How am I miserable? How can you say I'm miserable, you silly bugger? Where's the misery, mate? I'm not. You've been reading Final? You're calling me the misery? Lol. Plonker. I'm trying to heal my body. That has nothing to do with miserable. You alright? It's called healing your body. It's called never giving up. You should be picking up on the never giving up stuff. You should be picking up on the positivity that I'm speaking. You should be picking up on all the other stuff. But you're picking up on one bit. A ninja beep, beep, beep. Do, 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 do. Women should learn to give good. Oh my gosh, right. Alright, you're getting a silence now, mate. I've given you quite a few times now. Yeah, you can have 5 minutes, bud. You agree with this? Where am I miserable, mate? Where's my misery? I'm sitting here saying I listen to positive music earlier on. Listen to positive stuff. That's called positive. That's not negative. Misery is negative. Positive is happiness. Trying to get to happiness. I have bright lights behind me, colours of high vibrational colours to create positivity. That's not misery. If I was sat here and my fucking hair was down and it wasn't done, that's misery. Do you know what I mean? If I'm sat here and I was only wearing black and there was no bright lights behind me, you know what I mean? That's misery. I'm always trying to get myself into positivity. You have no fear of arrest. I don't know about fear of arrest for what? You could be talking to somebody else, you could be talking to me. I don't mind responding. What you should try and do, if you think somebody's miserable, you should help bring them back up. Not try and bring them down. What does that say about you? Think about that. And thanks for the watch time, thanks for the comments, you're helping my channel. I don't cry, buddy. That's what you're doing, mate. You're just a troll. You're just a troll. You're not getting anywhere. Thanks for the watch time, buddy. See you soon. Thanks for the watch time, buddy. See you soon. Thanks for the watch time, buddy. You can stay there for 5 minutes. Give me 5 more minutes of watch time. Many thanks, buddy. Thanks for perking me up, because I take your negative energy and I turn it into positive energy, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Got on my treadmill today, been on my weight machine today. I printed a 3D print today. Anything else? I've done some press ups today. I did some yoga for my liver today. Anything else? Chatted to somebody on the phone for an hour. I'd say that's pretty positive. You know what I mean? I'd say that's somebody who's trying. And what I see is people in here trying to stop me from trying to bring me down. What does that say? What does that say, baby? Coming into a channel where it says just being me, and you're attacking the person for just being them. What does that say about you? They're sitting here willing to help anybody that wants to chat to them. Maybe somebody's got a drinking problem, they don't think they can do it, and then they come across your channel, yeah, and they hear that you were thinking about quitting drinking, but you didn't. Now you regret it, and they're sitting there thinking about quitting drinking. They found your channel, and they realised they're curious, and now they got that. Like, oh shit, man, you wish you did quit drinking, you didn't. Now you're a bit fucked in your liver, and you got to deal with it for 10 years. Maybe that makes them quit drinking. I'd say that's a positive thing. I wouldn't say that's a negative thing. But hey, some people live in negativity and they stay in there and they want to bring everybody else into that negativity. That's not me, buddy. That's not me. You can always come back in 5 minutes and give me some more comments. You're either paid to bring somebody down or you enjoy bringing somebody down. Do, 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 do. 5 minutes of watch time. If you stay around, it's 5 minutes of watch time. Thanks for that. I used to be like that. I had like a resilience, you know what I mean? It took a lot to get me drunk. Do you know what I mean? I had this. Most of my drinking was, there was a reason to it. Do you know what I mean? If you can't stop, you know what I mean, and you're getting, I don't know, if you're not doing anything much more wrong than you're just drinking too much on weekends, at least you're not drinking. Got to get the positive in there. You're not drinking Monday, you're not drinking Tuesday, you're not drinking Wednesday, you're not drinking Thursday. You're drinking Friday and Saturday, I suppose, yeah? It's still a lot, you know what I mean? But at least you're not doing 7 nights a week. Do you know what I mean? So at least give yourself a positive, you know what I mean? And you're thinking about it. You know, there aren't many people. What you've just typed in there, right, is this is what my channel's about, is to talk to people like you. But I just get all these haters in here. Do you know what I mean? Because they want to bring me down, so I can't help people like you. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm helping. Do you know what I mean? And they don't want you helped. You know, they're living off your misery. They want to live off. They've been living off my misery, and they're trying to live off somebody else's misery. If I help you, you're not going to be miserable. Do you know what I mean? This is what fucking. This is the simple war that we're in. But at least you know that. Do you know what I mean? I knew that. I was drinking too much, but I didn't do anything about it. Do you know what I mean? But I kept knowing it, sitting in a pub, drinking too much, knowing it, but not doing anything about it. Now I've got a regret. Now maybe you listening to me, you're knowing you're drinking too much, and I was like that, and now I've got a regret that I can't possibly undo. Whereas you can still possibly undo yours, and maybe you need to hear me say that to get you to at least maybe not drink one of the nights, you know? Do you know what I mean? That's what my channel's about, but I get people in here just fucking trying to stop me from helping people. That's literally all they're doing. They're just fucking, they just work for the other team, let's say that, eh? The ideal is to get me to stop fucking streaming so I can help people. Hello, Patrick. So fair play to you, Lion. I've had somebody else come in the other day. They had the same. They said they've got a really fatty liver, and that's what I had. Their doctor said they got a really fatty liver, and that's what they said to me. But at that time, I had some very deep shit going on, so I was smashing the booze. So I didn't deal with my fatty liver, which I now wish I could go back and deal with my fatty liver. Now he's come on the channel, or it might have been a she, the other day, and I've been able to say that, well, I had that as well, but I didn't do anything about it, right? Now that person's gone away now, and they've had another, like, So they've already had one voice say you've got a really fatty liver, and I've just come along with you because I'm not a doctor, but I know a fatty liver will really reverse. Do you know what I mean? I've felt my body, my liver was enlarged. Doctor said it was enlarged, and I unenlarged it by eating the healthy foods. Do you know what I mean? Enlarged. We're not just talking about fatty liver. I've had a fatty liver, inflamed liver. I've had an enlarged liver, and I've got injuries in my liver. Do you know what I mean? It causes me little cramps and shit like that. Like so you're all like, you know, my channel does help people, but it's getting to the ones I want to help, and all I'm getting is fucking trolls trying to stop me meeting people like you. So forgive my little rant there, because these are the sort of people I want to talk to. This is what my channel's about, you know. It helps me. I cook some healthy food, yeah. Well, I'm not doing very well. At least I'm cooking a healthy meal, you know. And I'm chatting to somebody, and maybe I'm helping them. That's fucking brilliant. What's wrong with that? What I find funny, I got a stream over there. I got a gaming stream. I cannot get a view. No one's listening to me. I'm not helping anybody. No one's watching me. I don't get any trolls. Why am I only getting trolls on the channel that I'm trying to help people with? Or I'm trying to help myself with? Don't come on my dead stream over there when I'm playing my game. Why is that? Because I'm not being seen and I'm not helping no one. They only come on here to try and stop me from fucking either helping myself or helping people. So it's nice to have seen you. How long you been not drinking or whatever it is you're doing? I'm trying to quit weed at the moment, but weed is kind of a mixture for me. It's not something I ever did, you know. I did weed once when I was 17. I didn't like it. I maybe done it once when I was 30, and it made me dizzy. Didn't like it. And then somebody brought some to my house, and I ended up doing it. And I've noticed it helped me sleep, and I was suffering at the time, so I only did it to help me sleep. And then slowly, I'll be honest, my mum passed, and I actually used it to knock me out for like 3 months, you know. So, and then it became a problem. I've took too much of it now, and it's become a problem in my body that I've now got to fight off. Not as bad as booze. Booze was harder, you know what I mean? But this one's a little bit more, because it helps me sleep as well, so I'm also losing a bit of sleep, and you know. So 10 years, oh, nice one. So 2 weeks at the minute, 10 years. Well, put it this way, I'll tell you something now. Maybe it's positive for you, maybe not. Because of the issues I have with my liver, and I wasn't getting much help from the doctors, so I had to go and learn about the liver myself, because the doctors didn't know questions I was asking. So I had to learn some stuff about the liver. The liver, the first 2 weeks, the liver super fast goes into super fast healing mode. Then it slows down from 2 week onward, and then it goes to about a 500-day period, and then it starts proper like full regenerating and all that stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? So you're 2 weeks in, your body's healing quite a bit, mate. So. See you in 5 minutes, mate. Thanks for the watch time. I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. Thanks for the positive energy, man. You just made me smile. I've just laughed inside. I got ya. I got ya. I got ya. Looking it in and sorting yourself. Yeah. It's more of a. What was it? 3 years ago, I was 6 weeks into not having any weed, but I didn't ever use it for suffering. It was purely to get me to sleep. It was not a problem. But because of what happened to my mum, I didn't see her for 7 years. Just started seeing her. Within 6 weeks, she's in the hospital, and I'm like hating myself. And then I got to go through all the fucking suffering that I wasn't there to help her, you know, all that sort of shit. So I ended up burying myself in weed. Then it became a bit of a, I'd say a little bit my body. I never noticed the problem before. When you try and quit something, you get an urge, don't you? You know, you get it with coffee, you get it with anything. But I've noticed since, every time I try and quit, I get those little urgy feelings. But it don't last long. I've only got to do it for about 2 weeks and I'm fine. Do you know what I mean? Whereas booze, when I quit that, about 6 weeks I was on one. Do you know what I mean? My anxiety was fucking nuts. You know what I mean? But with the weed, 2 weeks of me being off it, I'll be fine. Do you know what I mean? But I'll still have to go for 2 weeks of shit. Do you know what I mean? I don't actually hate weed, if I'm honest. It's the fact that I get the munchies when I eat the sugar, which is not good for your liver. So I hate myself when I eat the sugar. But you can't help it. It's a massive urge for sugar. Now you've got a bit of so sorry, that's all right. Only problem is falling. I only talk about my stuff to help people. I don't expect sympathy, but I appreciate the sympathy. You only have problems there. Really tired of that. So, have you got anything wrong with your liver? You got anything wrong with your liver? Because I had like fatigue. I had an inflamed liver. Yeah. So I was sleeping all the time. Do you know what I mean? You have an inflamed liver? Well, I just keep telling you, man. The liver is fucking powerful, dude. You don't understand what I've had going on in here. Do you know what I mean? I know a guy. I don't know if it's to help you. He was yellow. He went yellow. Yeah. I seen him randomly 3 years ago, and we were speaking because I know he had a problem. I said, "How are you going?" and all that, right? And he said, I hadn't drank in 16 years, 17 years. And his liver function test come back. This guy went yellow, mind, right? His liver, and he was proper, like, really addicted to it. His liver function test come back okay. So his function is fine. His liver's functioning fine, but he gets pains. So I was glad I got to talk to him, because I've not been able to talk to anybody. Because I get loads of pains, and it's a constant worry. And I was like, right, well, he's 17 years, liver function test, and he's getting pains. I get pains. You know what I mean? All I can do is keep telling people the liver is super powerful, look after it. You know what I mean? Feed it whatever it needs to heal. Be active. Get sunlight, you know? It's fucking powerful, my liver. I'm not shitting you, man. Stuff I've had go on in my liver, and it reshaped it. The bloke said, right, it's enlarged. The liver's enlarged, it's not going to get any better. I went home and I started doing this sort of food that you're seeing. Went back about 4 years later, and he said it's not enlarged anymore. Well, I went to a different doctor, he said it's not enlarged anymore. So, you know what I mean? And he asked me how I did it. And I said, well, I quit booze and I fucking went and ate healthy. Drank loads of smoothies and shit like that, and looked after my body. Honor, is it in the Bible? Honor your temple, right? I'm just saying that. Honor your temple. It's in the Bible. Your temple is your body. Alright? Eat from the good tree. It's in the Bible. Eat from the good tree. All this food here is from the good tree. That's all I'm saying. Very powerful. Feed it the foods it needs to heal. Don't put in your body what will destroy your body. Put in what it will heal your body. Yeah, no, I've had that one the other week though, mate. I don't know if that was you. Get cramps in your sides. Inflamed apparently, but yeah. Yeah, do you know what? I wish I was you at this moment in time. Wish I could go back. Everybody wants a TARDIS, yeah? Time machine, yeah? I wish I could go back and have an inflamed liver. There's one mistake I made, I'm not going to tell you what it was, and it's caused me a lot of my problems. Right? So, I wish I could go back to your position and just look after my body, exercise, keep being positive, and I mean look after my body, you know what I mean? So when you get the urge to maybe drink and you want to do it, fuck that, say no, and then fucking keep healing your body. Right? Because I had fatigue, I was sleeping all the time, I was bloated, my gut was right out. Obviously I had a beer gut, don't get me wrong, but I was like looking at myself on a computer like this, and I was thinking, my gut looks a bit more bloated than it, like bigger than it usually does. And I noticed I was having 12 hours sleep, and then I was back on the sofa within 2 hours, and I was going to sleep again. And I was like, hang on, I'm sleeping a lot as well. And my gut's sticking out quite a bit, I'm sleeping. Then I started researching it, and it said inflamed liver. So I stopped drinking that day, went to the doctor's 2 days later, and he said it was inflamed. So, look after it, baby. Look after it. Hi there, Carol. I always get struggle when you're reading your comment. I think it's foreign language, but it's not. Hello, Carol. How are you? My battery low, is it? I can't see. I gotta go over to the shop in a minute, get my mustard. So I didn't want to cook, so I've come on here to help me eat some healthy food. You know what I mean? Otherwise I might end up going to takeaway and feed my body shit. I've already got pains as it is. If I put extra shit in there, it's going to cause even more shit. Do you know what I mean? Then I'm going to be sitting here tomorrow thinking, why did I eat that shit last night? Oh my gosh. Do you know what I mean? Just look after your body, baby. Never give up. I hope I was of some help to you. I didn't make you scared or anything. I didn't put fear in you. No, sorry, I haven't. I don't watch movies for a long time. I get the odd movie recommended on my Amazon, that's about it. That's it, that is genuinely it. How long did they let you in there for? I could have done with that. See that? In our country, it's not easy to get into them. There was moments I wanted to quit, and I was sitting on I remember sitting on my computer chair. I had these moments where I was like, I want to quit, I want to quit. But I kind of just need to be put into a detox centre now, at this moment. Don't ask me to see a doctor in a week, because in a week, my head's going like, oh, I want to drink again. Do you know what I mean? At that moment, there's moments in my life where I wanted to quit, but I just needed to be put in a detox unit right then and there, or in 2 days max. And sadly, that's where having money fucking helps. Do you know what I mean? Because otherwise in our country, you've got to go on a fucking waiting list and shit. And it takes ages. So there was times I wanted to quit, but it was too hard to get into one of the places. So, the inspiration didn't last there's no way I'm going to sit around 6 months waiting. I regret it now, you know what I mean? I haven't got a fucking time machine. I wish I did have one. I wish I can go back and have an inflamed liver and do one thing I shouldn't have done. And other things I shouldn't have done. Shouldn't have trusted my doctor. Should have carried on trying to research it for myself. I think that's why I become quite competent or knowledgeable on the liver, because they just couldn't answer any questions. It was just ridiculous. Didn't have a fucking clue, none of them. Some of them are really nice, don't get me wrong, but I couldn't understand that. I'm asking you questions about liver, why can't you answer? It was like, didn't alleviate my worries, you know what I mean? So I'm asking you this, I get this and that, what's that? Well, you know, they just didn't know the answers. It was weird, you know? All I did was go home and read a few journals and realise that a liver heals within 14 days. Well, I would have appreciated knowing that. Then it would heal even a little bit slower, but still be healing quite fast, like the second speed. I can't remember what that was, 14 days up to 300, don't quote me on that, it might be 6 months. And then there's a 500-day thing where it gets into its full cycle, and then it should have healed, do you know what I mean? Or whatever, then you know what I mean? I didn't know any of that until I went and researched it. It'd been nice if somebody would have said that to me, it would have alleviated some of my anxiety at the time. I think a couple of them said, don't worry, the liver's really powerful, you know, it's really powerful, it's really powerful. Do you know what I mean? But it didn't really give me any details, you know? I'm reading them. I'm just using his comments that aren't my channel. Get some real people in it. 16 weeks cost 15 grand, yeah. Is that what you're paying, is it? Well, it's for your health in the long run, mate. Do you know what I mean? I didn't have that sort of money though, mate. Do you know what I mean? I had kids and all that. I was on a computer that was just about running the game because I always had to like think I can't have a new graphics card. Do you know what I mean? So there was no way I'm going in detox with that. Do you know what I mean? Kids are going to get a PlayStation for Christmas or whatever they wanted. The kids are getting this for their birthday. We're going to go on holiday once a year. There's no way I can find 15 grand to put myself into detox. You know what I mean? So obviously then you've got to go through the system and then you've got waiting queues and all that stuff. Then you've also got the, what would you call it? I'm not sure what the word would be. Maybe that's something to do with social anxiety, is showing your weakness to somebody else to get help. Do you get what I mean? That's something I'm big about now. I don't mind showing my shit because I know there's a lot of men out there that won't show it and then they might end up like I fucking did. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I do what I do, basically. Hello David, how are you? Hello Nemska. Sorry if I said your name wrong. I am cooking what is classed as a Sunday lunch in my country, but it's Thursday. 16 weeks in rehab, cost 15 grand. Was meant to be 17, so you got it for 15, that's good, mate. 16 weeks, did you say? 16 weeks. So you're going through the 2 weeks of the healing fast, and then you're... How many weeks is that left? 14. It's like another 3 months of healing for your liver. As long as you're being good in there, really looking after it, drinking water, exercising, getting sunlight, you know, stay away from sweets. Thanks for the comment there. I appreciate your help. Sharing can help others get a better chance, so you're doing awesome. Yeah, it's true. Very true. I went to two AA meetings after I had my problems, and a guy shared, and what he said, I'd never hear a man ever say in my life, and it would have fucking helped me. Do you know what I mean? So all I'm doing is that over the internet. Do you know what I mean? Maybe if you go to an AA meeting, you'll know what I mean. Some people, a man might stand up, right, and you might say stuff that you would never thought you would have ever heard from a man. Do you know what I mean? That's why I do what I do. Because it would have helped me years ago. It still helped me, but it was a bit late to hear it. Does that make sense? So, I don't mind doing this on here. Do you know what I mean? If it helps somebody. Because I'm struggling. You don't understand what I've had to do with my body to get it back to where it was. And then it's gone back down again. And I've had to get it back to where it was. If I can help somebody by me making myself look like a pussy, or if somebody wants to call me a woman, somebody wants to call me gay, somebody wants to call me effeminate, somebody wants to call me fucking all these horrible names they got to call me, I don't give a fuck about them. I'm going to help people. Fuck them. I can reduce a bit of suffering in the world, I'll do that, baby. It's 5 AM, I need to sleep. See you later then. Nice chatting. Thank you. Thanks for the love. Yeah, don't eat fucking sweets, mate, that's my problem. The munchies from the weed, yeah? The weed's not a big problem, right? But when I do the sugar's a problem. Right? Not the weed, it's the sugar. So that's my problem. Every time I eat sugar, I fucking feel weak. Don't feel weak when I do the weed, I feel weak when I eat sugar. The urges of sugar when you're on the weed. That's why I'm trying to get close. So you might see me make a keto cake. Right? So it's got less sugar, it's got less carbs. Do you know what I mean? There's some flour here that I'm supposed to make some cookies with. I've got some chocolate chip cookies over there. They're keto friendly, yeah? There's no sugar in it. Right? And I got some protein bars here that have got low sugar. I'm not sure if they're low carb, but they're low sugar. So if I do eat something that's sweet for me, I'm not going to fucking beat myself up about it too much. Do you know what I mean? I'm still going to beat myself up, but I'm not going to fucking really beat myself up. Eating sweets, but funny, you said I have to go to the meeting every morning and stuff. Yeah, do it, mate. Yeah. You'll know what I mean, you know. Obviously, don't share. Don't share. It's hard to... You You're not supposed to share what happens in there. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes you want to because it's very useful. So I've shared that one thing only, and I didn't say too much. So this is not AA, I'm not in AA, I can do what the fuck I want on my own stream. I want to share my problems and all that, and people want to try and jump on me and make me stop, you know. But all they're trying to do is make me embarrassed so I don't do it. Then I can't help no one. That's all it is. Fuck 'em. I'm English, mate. Sorry, I got a bit of pent-up frustration in me, because all they do is give you the shit, and all I'm doing is trying to find people like yourself to actually help. That's it. Many thanks, Surname. Bro, which country do you live in? Stop ignoring. Sorry, buddy, but I'm talking. I live in England, mate. Why? Oh, I forget that one. Never a free message, thank you very much. Amen to Nem. Yeah, I'm English, yeah. Yeah. I've had a good heart all my life, and I've been hiding it in this massive ego head, you know what I mean? What are these good I get these heart feelings, I feel sorry for people. Well, I'm not a man. Oh no, I'm not a man, I can't. Why am I feeling this way? I don't give a fuck. I feel that way. Great. I'm going to use it, baby. I was given it for a reason, so I'm fucking using it. And these dickheads are trying to put me back in my box, back in my ego. Stop me helping people. Fuck 'em. If someone is watching, looking for help, how is it a bad thing to offer help? Let's just say, I don't want to say, right? I've said stuff on my streams before. I do not want to fuck this one up, okay? My channel is growing. I do not want to fuck it up. Alright? I know why. I'm not sharing. I'm just trying to help, okay? I'm not sharing. I'm just caring. How's that? Do meetings, but I don't at the minute. Not getting it. Yeah, do it, mate. I'm not going to say too much about me, but I was in a place for a year, right? Well, more than a year. It was 18 months, actually. And a lady kept asking me, do you want to come down and do some press-ups? And I'm fucking, like, I'm bedridden. I'm depressed. I don't want to do press-ups or whatever they were doing. And she come up my room probably once a week and asked me. She kept asking me. I bet she probably asked me 4 weeks in a row. And I just kept saying no. I wish I could go back and do that. So, you know, whatever you're doing, you know, do it. Go to those meetings. So if somebody's offering you to go to meetings, fucking get your ass in the meetings, mate. You know what I mean? Don't have the woulda, shoulda, coulda that I got. I didn't have to do meetings. I deal with drinking on my own. I got 2 kids. I need to look after my body for my children. Do you know what I mean? My liver was my children. There's no way I'm hurting my liver. Do you know what I mean? It's I need to look after this liver as my children. Do you know what I mean? I had that power inside of me, which made it easier for me to quit. But if you're getting the option to go to AA and you're not going, do it, bud. Just to help you. Just to, you know, to hear other people. To strengthen you. Do you know what I mean? Man, it's difficult to own. Sorry, bud, but yeah, you got to have a license. It's alright, mate. I'm just using him. I'm getting his watch time. He's a plonker. He's feeding my channel, mate. Yeah, it's not easy to own guns, but you can own crossbows. Yeah, I don't know much about that. I know you got to have a license in this country to have a gun. I used to live next door to a gun shop, so I used to go in there. What did I call it? Well, I didn't call it volunteer, but I did work experience in there. I was going on his pellet guns, and then I went out on I don't no animals. Clay pigeon, not pigeon shooting. Fucking clay pigeon shooting. He had the old pump action shotguns in there. They're fucking expensive, mate. grand. Pistols in there, like 800 quid. This is like, how long ago was this? This is like 40 years ago. 35 years ago. Like, grand. I remember the price tags. Grand, 700. Fucking crazy prices. Forgive me if I'm not reading. Started to evaporate my water. Whoops. That's a bit long. I might have burned my sausages. They're definitely tanned. Forgive me, I'm not reading. I can't put my food in there now to keep warm because the sausages are pretty cooked. I'm doing my best now. Yeah, it's not easy. Guns done that one. Yeah, mate. But here you can own anything. Nice one. I have no choice. The staff don't give up on their hair to annoy. No. Well, they are actually helping. Do you know what I mean? But I get you. I remember being in that kind of positions. You know what I mean? I remember the girl kept coming in. Do you want to come down and do some exercise? Do you want to come? I was like, no, 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 no. I think my words were back then very negative. What's the point? What's the point? What's the point? This is why I'm very big about talking positively, because I did this for years and it didn't get me shit in nowhere. What's the point? What's the point? What's the point? So keep going, baby. Keep trying. If you get into a scrap industry, you don't have to worry about getting. Yeah. I'm cooking a Sunday lunch on a Thursday. Patrick, hello. Clay pigeon. Yeah, we call it clay pigeon shooting over. I'll get rid of him now. He's trying to annoy you. I don't mind you trying to annoy me. It doesn't bother me. I get free watch time. Alright. Time out. See there, this. You can do what you want to me, mate. I don't give a shit. You're off my channel, bro. But you're not going to do it to be in my stream. Sort your shit out, mate. He's gone now. He can do what he wants to me. I'm using him to grow my channel, but he's not going to bring anybody down on my channel. Come back tomorrow, Dis. I need some more watch time. Sorry if I've missed any messages. Forgive me. If anybody says that you've typed a big one above, let me know and I'll go and check it. Help? Question mark? I don't understand. Sorry, bud. Yeah, remember me? I was the guy that does karting. Hello, Frank. Sorry, I missed that message. Forgive me. What are you cooking? I already done that one. I think I've gone far enough back. I'm cooking something for my liver, right? Okay? So I got some pains, and I will feel better about myself if I put this in my body. I'm not saying this is going to make everything go away, but by eating this, I feel better about myself when I eat it. Or I feel possibly something might be healing when I eat it. Okay? That is why I do it. Because sometimes I'm not doing very well and I end up in a takeaway for 2 weeks. And then I'm like, I'm not doing well now, but I'm not allowing myself to go to the takeaway. Does that make sense? I'm trying to heal my fucking body. Excuse my language, I didn't mean to swear. No, I don't watch the news, sorry. I cannot remember the name of the city, I don't know. I don't watch TV, don't watch news, don't read the paper. Nice one, dude. Appreciate that. But you should working out, mate. So when I was in that position, I was eating freaking healthy, but I was also heavily depressed, which meant I wasn't eating. Do you know what I mean? So there was a good 6 months I was not eating. I was eating, the doctor put me on, what was it called? The vitamin drinks. I was on maybe a year I had that for. I got a clue. Eventually they took it off me. Do you know what I mean? Because I was really not well, you know? Because I didn't like, I'm going to be honest, I didn't like myself because I let my kids down, alright? Or I felt I let my kids down. When I look at it now and I look at what happened and why and this and that and this and this and this wasn't my fault, that wasn't my fault, it allowed me to start liking myself a bit, you know what I mean? That's why I don't like myself when I do sugar, or I don't like myself when I do weed, you know? To get me to sleep, because I was really struggling then, and somebody bought me some weed and it helped me sleep one night, so I ended up using it to help me sleep. But I wasn't eating sugar then. I had a lot more energy then. I've run out a little bit of energy, but I won't never give up, baby. These fuckers keep me going, man. Every time one of these guys try and bring me down, because that's what's been happening to me for a decade. They try and bring me down every time I'm trying to get better. They just feed me now. Every time I'm thinking about, do you know what? I'm just gonna go over to takeaway. I think of these dickheads. And I just keep going. They feed me, baby. He loves it. You're doing better than I did, mate, anyway. Is it eating healthy, but you're exercising? That's great, mate. You're exercising. That's amazing. Try and eat some healthy stuff. Try and research some stuff for the liver. What's good for the liver? So when you are eating it, it's good for your liver. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you can't eat a lot. I don't know why. You know, but make sure what you're eating is healthy. My mum was beautiful, right? First thing I did is I went off and researched, and all I come across was broccoli or something. And my mum made me, I'm not joking, my mum, I was fucking not well. My mum, every meal made me broccoli. Every meal made me broccoli. I'm telling you that is what is going to heal you or whatever, but you know what I mean? I was looking for the right foods, do you know what I mean? So, go and research foods, so if you're not eating much, at least eat the foods that are going to heal whatever you need to heal in your body, yeah? Right? That's what I did, you know? That's why I went to a doctor one day and they said it was enlarged, and I went to a doctor 2 years later and they said it wasn't enlarged anymore. And he asked me, how did you do it? And I'm only telling you and you're seeing what I do. But silly Billy here has been eating too much sugar because of weed. So, do you know what I mean? But that's silly Billy, you know? That's moments of weakness which is causing me some problems. And I don't hate me, trolls. A lot of people hurt people. So I understand that. But today, I've had quite a few body problems, and then I've made myself come on here to do this healthy food, and they're just trying to say, why are you so miserable and all this? Like, I'm sitting here trying to fucking talk about positive lighting and shit like that, like, you know what I mean? So sometimes you can get like a bit of energy out of it, and it makes you like talk a bit faster, or it makes you. I actually want to exercise now. Do you know what I mean? I've already done some press ups. I'm gonna do some fucking more now. Because you've inspired me now by telling me you're exercising. I'm gonna exercise today. I've done it twice, and I'm gonna do it again now because of you. Nice one. Ooh. Many thanks there, Manjit. Sorry if I'm not replying much. When I talk, I talk. I've been isolated for so long, I've not had no one to talk to. So I'm over talker at the moment. I think I'll wear out on my talk when I've got a few conversations going after a few months. I'll start, I've got everything I want out of me now. I can now let other people talk. Nice one. I'm trying to read through it all. Force yourself to lift weights for 48 days. When you see true change, I was doing it last year, and then something happened and it got me ill again. So my depression's situational. I don't walk around depressed. I walk around getting well, and then something makes me depressed again. Do you know what I mean? I was doing weights last year. I'm not joined a gym yet, though. I'm trying to think about forcing myself to join a gym, just to get a kind of make me do weights in front of people. Does that make sense? Using the ego for my good. You know what I mean? Not me eat takeaways. That's nice then. No, so I'm just eating like people. That's not good for your liver, mate. That's not good for your liver, bud. It's not gonna. I don't know if it's your liver you're trying to help, but that's not good for your liver, buddy. Yeah, it's true. You know what I mean? Somebody said earlier on. I know trolls. Some troll because they troll. Some troll because they're a kid. Some troll because they're injured in some way, and they want to bring you down because they feel down. Fucking loads of reasons for it, mate. You know what I mean? So I do try my best to not react or whatever, but sometimes I do. Do you know what I mean? I'm not perfect too. I'm sitting here thinking I might have made sometimes I feel like I might have hurt a troll's feelings. Could be a little kid. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to do that. I feel it, It's just who I am. But I still do it sometimes. I'm not perfect. Yeah, do you know what I mean? I had to sit in there. I'll be honest. I don't know how long it was. Let's say 6 months. 6 months I've been thinking about going in on my bench press. It is just in the other room, and all I got to do is lie down and do that. 6 months I've been thinking about doing it, and I did it yesterday. 6 months. Probably not going to wash up tonight. Message retracted. Message retracted. Is that you guys, or is it doing it? 4 sets, 7 reps. I got to get back to. I got a bad shoulder. I love doing the incline. I can't really do the position, but the incline bench press. That's my favourite one. I like the upper chest, but my shoulder keeps getting ruined by it. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of gutted that I can't do the one I like. So I've ended up just doing the flat bench, which doesn't hurt my shoulder really. Do you know what I mean? So I've done about 16 today, and I'll do 16 tomorrow. And then when I feel like I'm doing 20 and I've got that extra strength, then I might do what you just said. I might do a set. I might do a set of, say, 12 and then leave the room and go back and do another set of 12. You know what I mean? Add it, slowly build it, so it's not a big chore for me. But like you said, if you go to a gym, I would use my ego. I'm in a gym, I'm sat here, I'll think he's looking at me because I'm not doing anything on the machine, and I'll start doing something. Fuck it, I'll use the ego to help me. Everything's energy, baby. Use the energy for good. I won that. I was going to drink. I wanted to have a drink, so I was struggling. I want to have a drink. No hate, just considering your past. Wow. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? I'm always trying to do it. I'm always trying. I'm always thinking. It's not my first mountain, though. Do you know what I mean? It's a little bit hard going back down the bottom of the mountain, have to start again. And it ain't your fault. I used to play games years ago. And then I didn't want to play games anymore. Then I decided to play one because I needed to do something, and then that game became my nightmare. And then I've tried to get back into it, but I just can't get a game. I just don't have the love. The love's not there unless it's competitive, and I can, because I don't want to grind the game ever again. I used to grind, really try and learn how to play the game. You know what I mean? Really learn the game, not cheat. Most of them cheat. You know what I mean? Not everybody cheats. Don't get me wrong. All right. So, but yeah, I don't really. I'm not in love with games at the moment. Do you know what I mean? I really want to have a game because that would literally quit my weed. Literally 4 hours in the night, I won't even think about a bit of weed. I certainly won't have no chocolate. You know what I mean? And it'll also, I think I used to use beer to hide myself in late at night because when I was drunk. And I think can also use games that way as well. I can get into the game so much. Once I get in the game, let's say I love it, that means I'm connected to it, yeah? Right? I find myself not realising I'm in my house. I'm in the game. That's great to get through some suffering, but there's no game that I love, sadly. Place pop with, can't see that one. Do you play games yet? I can. What should I replace pop with? Can't stop drinking it at the minute. I have it. Yeah, a pop. Have you tried coconut water? Freaking nice, mate. I used to drink 1.5 litres of a fizzy drink every night. I used to smoke X amount of cigarettes every night. I used to drink booze every night, and it's all just connected. Bad habit, bad habit, bad habit. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't know there was good things out there I could have. Do you get what I mean? Now I've had coconut water. If I'm ever like really thirsty and I want something tasty, coconut water is pretty good, but you got to find the right brand. Some of them I can't stand. Do you know what I mean? Get yourself a good one, you know? Keep trying one until you find one that's nice. So it's a lot better for you than a soda. Do you know what I mean? But some of them have still got sugar in it. They add sugar. So, you know, use your own brain. But that's a lot better than a soda. Do you know what I mean? Right, forgive me people, but I've got to go over the road to get mustard. Otherwise I can't eat this food. That's why I'm not eating. Yeah, the shoulder thing. I watched a couple of videos. Somebody gave me a tip. And I found an accidental way. I shoved my ass. It's really weird. I was shoving my ass right up the bench. So instead of sitting on the flat bench, I was shoving my ass right up the angled part. And then I was getting the bar set up. And then I was dropping in place. And I was getting no pain. So don't ask what was going on, but it was getting no pain. But then I get lazy or I don't quite do it right. And then it fucks it up again. So it's like, I'm gutted really. Because it hurts. Now, I've not done it for like eight months, a year. I don't know how long it's been now since I've done incline. And I still get problems with it. So. Try RDR, Rider 2. I think I bought that one. I'm an FPS player. I'm a first person shooter that likes to compete. Am I? I don't know. I'm like Trevor, am I? Never tried it, but will tomorrow. I'll let you know. Yeah, try it. But find a nice one. Just because you don't like the first one, there's other brands out there. They all taste different. Yeah, I fucked up my liver with that stuff. And I tried my best to try and stay on energy drinks in the sense of I bought plant-based ones, sugar-free ones, and it's still my liver couldn't handle it. So I was like, fuck this, I just got to get away from it. I tried some of the more natural ones. I tried loads. Then I found coconut water, and that's kind of it's a nice refreshing drink to go to, you know? You can still have a soda. Make sure it's made with spring water and it's got, you know, some vitamins in it, alright? Get an healthy one, you know? But coconut water, I was quite surprised. I actually like it. But you've got to find the right brand because they do all taste completely different. Here's mine, but it might be out of date. Coconut water. I got some dumbbells down there. I've been slightly using them. No worries, but Patrick. sometimes in the park. And basically, I was halfway up a mountain and I'm back down the bottom again. So I'm trying to find my way back up it again with the extra problems in my body that I didn't have. Do you know what I mean? So I'm trying to get through that in my head. This is making it a little bit harder for me to do it this time because the problems I got in my body ain't my fault this time. So I'm struggling to do it because it's not my fault. When you maybe blame yourself for something, you can do it because you know it's your fault. When it's something else, and you just, oh, fuck's it, what have I got to do this again, man? You know what I mean? So I'm kind of stuck there at the moment. So I'm not going out much. I'm just concentrating on eating healthily, riding my bike to the supermarket. Sometimes you might see me in the park. Rarely at the moment you might see me at the water, which is further to go. Trying. Opium? No. Never done it. Not as far as I know anyway. You never know what's in what nowadays, do you know what I mean? Right, people. Have a great evening. LSD, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I did acid once when I was young. Maybe twice. I'm not sure. No, I wasn't never really into drugs, you know what I mean? I was a drinker. You know, I like booze. I don't know what it was. Maybe the message that they do in our schools, just say no. Just say no. I was really adamant I didn't want to do drugs. Don't want to do drugs, don't want to do drugs, don't want to do drugs. I would have never done weed. You know what I mean? Ever. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. Somebody bought it and brought it in my house. They said, you need this, right? And it was in my house. And I didn't use it. And one night I was really struggling and I used it and I went to sleep straight away. So I realised, well, it's taking me 4 hours to get to sleep. I'm suffering for those 4 hours. This shit's making me go to sleep. Don't forget, mine, at that time, I'm going to tell you the truth, I drank an energy drink and it fucked me body up and I started getting cramps in my leg. So I hated myself and I thought, well, fuck it, I might as well smoke the weed then. Do you know what I mean? I thought if I'm going to fuck it up with an energy drink, might as well put some fucking weed in it and take some of my suffering away. Do you know what I mean? Which was helping me sleep. Sadly, then it gave me insomnia. The weed gave me insomnia. I was having broken sleeps all night long, so it ended up being, I was in more suffering because it takes even like 3 sleeps a day to get 7 hours, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's it anyway. Gotta go. Yeah. See you later, people. Have fun. Yeah. Gotta take a nap. No worries. See you later, people. Thanks. I'm sorry if I didn't say hi to some people. Forgive me, alright? I gotta go because I need my mustard for my food and my food's gonna get cold. And this is my healthy meal to rebuild me, baby. Let's go. Catch you later. Have fun, people. Never give up. Ciao! See you later, trolls. Thanks for the help. Thanks for the inspiration. Inspiring me to do some more press-ups. Catch you later.